Welcome to Check Your Fly. I'm your host, Dave Sanford, and today we're fishing with Steve Maretti in the Palmer River here. We're fishing for shad. Steve has a, what do you have there, Steve? Type of rod. Why don't you discuss that?
I got a Temple Fork 5-weight rod. I got a Type 3 sinking line. Sinks like a Type 2. Any intermediate works. And I got 6-pound fluorocarbon on. And there's a fish right there.
Fish right there. Is he following you and me? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at this nice fish.
Don't pull on him like a striper.
Oh, yep. Don't pull on him like a striper. You're right, Steve. It's all right.
When you get him,
yep,
do side pressure on him.
Side pressure, yep.
And you can't pull too hard. If it's in that corner of their mouth, it's kind of soft.
Right.
Depends on where they are, where it is. Felt pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Trying to roll cast the fly into the air and then make it look like a aquatic bug. So, but like Steve said earlier, that
it's a tractor pattern.
Yeah, it's not so much that they're looking for a bug to eat. It's, you know, sometimes it might be a territory thing. They're laying eggs and they don't want other fish eating the eggs, or just they can be very aggressive and they're trying to chase this aquatic bug off their nest. Off the spawning site.
Or it might remind them of a shrimp, that last thing they ate out in the ocean. It's on the same premise as Atlantic salmon.
In the ocean they feed at night. Their natural feeding cycle is at night, so they probably go after like a iridescent, shiny type of shrimp pattern.
Yeah. I would think shrimp would be their main thing that they ate out in the ocean. We know the hickory shad are like carnivorous, like stripers. And maybe we'll have some fish move through this pool now.
Yeah. Those other guys moved down further?
They just went around the corner. That was Jake. That's the guy who makes the Temple Fork rods.
Jake, is that the guy with the Florida reels?
Yeah, the old Floridas, yep.
We had one guy call but one guy came up on the website and he said that he fishes the Seekonk River and by June his line gets all crudded up with everything, and I think what we're talking about is just a matter of a good line cleaner. You know, because when we were fishing up there last December, you remember we were having to clean our lines all the time.
Oh yeah.
Because of stuff that's coming down that river, but a nice line cleaning you can pick up at a fly tackle shop. Mm-hmm. And oh, look at this, right across the pool. Look at them zipping here.
Got two of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just lost him. Let's see if we can get him again.
I'll get him for you.
Hook him up, Steve. Hook him up.
There he is.
All right, yeah. Oh, he's a nice fish, too. Look at him. He's a big fish.
Okay, give me the pool here.
Go ahead. You got
casting on me.
You got it.
I got him down and dirty, believe me.
Hopefully he won't take you. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm on right here.
All right, Dave.
Look at this. A double header.
Double header. Hit that. That's on.
All right.
Film.
Woo. Nah, I was just floating there. I was waiting, giving Steve the pool, and this fish come right up here. Look at this. This is great. Oh, God. Let me go in front of you. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Get him down here. Don't give him any slack, though.
I'm gonna move down the pool here.
And don't put your rod up in the air.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping that side tension on it here. Here he comes back around here. Oh, look at this fish. Nice fish. Nice fish. Oh, stripping a little line out here. Come on, get out of there. Get out of the woods. I don't think he's as big as yours, Steve. I think your fish is a little bit bigger. Oh, look at this. I don't even think it's a shad. It's not even a shad.
You got a little brown trout?
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's been catching a few brown trout.
Look at this.
Is that what you got, Dave?
Oh, he looks, yeah, well. Yeah, he's a nice
buddy.
brown trout.
Just let me get this guy
Kind of looks
up
like a
here.
brookie, but get him in the side here.
Nice purple back on him.
Yeah.
How you making out with your fish?
Here we go, Dave.
Oh yeah, look at that fish. Yep, there we go. Little trout, let him go. Look at that fish, Steve. You gonna pick him up, show him?
Yeah.
Look at this shad, folks. Oh, this fish is beautiful.
That's a nice fish.
Look at that fish. Wow. Whoa. Nice job, Steve.
All right.
Yeah, the
thanks.
sun's starting to set, and
Unhook that guy for me, Dave.
yeah, here we go. Pop that right out of his lip. There we go.
All right.
He's out.
Whoa.
Nice
Quick
fish.
release.
Nice job. All right, let's try to get back in this pool here.
All righty.
Nice.
In the shad.
Round in the shad. Look at that. It's
That's
amazing
pretty
what you
good.
can catch in this pool tonight.
Somebody's got to get a strike.
Yeah, that'd be wild, huh? All right, Steve, so we're outside here and we're looking at the 17-foot Logic. Is that what this is?
This is the V17cc, the large center console model. We have it equipped with a 50-horse Honda, which is a great size motor for a boat of this size. It's very fuel efficient, it's very dependable, it's quiet. Of course, it's a 4-stroke motor, doesn't consume any oil, so there's no smoke. It's a very appealing thing to a lot of fishermen these days.
Now, we also seen here today, we have the 18.6. Let's go take a look at that one.
Terrific. This is the 186 Cool Bay. It's a new model for this year. They tell me that it's been incredibly well received. It is also, again, designed very much so with the fly fisherman in mind. It's a shallow draft boat, and that's an advantage to fishing the flats.
Absolutely.
Although it does have enough V to still smooth out the ride. Instrumentation, right?
Yep.
Instrumentation is basically the same as the other boat. It houses a tachometer with the owl meter in it, a speedometer, which is, again, is a little bit unusual accessory for a fishing boat, but a nice thing to have. Trim gauge, fuel gauge, of course, which, you know, is understandable, and it also has a voltmeter, and I suspect they do that because it's set up for a trolling motor if you wanted one, and it'd be a good idea to keep an eye on the battery voltage with a heavy draw accessory like that.
Right, right. I see there's a live well in this one too.
Live well in this one. There's a washdown on this one. There's a built-in electronic horn, and of course the lights and bilge system. That's similar to the other boat again. The ignition panel is, again, also very much the same thing. Same green and red lights. This boat comes with a compass already on it, which you know, isn't something that I think would put off too many people. It's a nice looking compass placed in a good spot.
And this is the cooler chair again here?
Cooler chair, again, basically the same thing as the other boat, maybe just a little bit bigger, a little bit larger capacity cooler.
And I see they put seats back here also.
Seats in the back convert actually to, well, there's storage behind the seat. It converts from a seat to a larger platform to stand on.
A little hideaway. Look at that fishing area.
Perfect
up here like
for
that.
the fly fisherman in your
Yeah.
life, you know?
Oh yeah, that's great. Fantastic. And both sides, and
Both
you can walk
sides,
across.
storage again over here, which would Actually, in this boat, there's a compartment underneath the center that would house the battery and an oil tank if you didn't, again, have the Honda 4-stroke, which doesn't need an oil tank.
And I see they put more rod holders on the side here with Velcro.
I think the purpose of the rod holders on the side is it gives you the ability to hold a longer rod.
Right.
And again, that's something where you understand the necessity much better than me. But
Yeah.
they also have rod storage on the sides of the console.
I see that here
for
too.
traveling. And the live well, if I'm not mistaken, is underneath the front seat.
Yeah.
Pretty good size live well.
Oh yeah, look how deep that is.
Nice and deep.
Yeah, you could put, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 herring in there, how deep it, or pogies.
They
And,
frequently utilize space in the Logic boats that a lot of companies can't because of the construction of the boats.
Right.
This has the
it's set
ability
up
to
with the
go very
area.
deep into the hull.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually, it's just, okay,
To get to your electronics.
access to components inside the console.
Plus it looks like there's some enough storage in there if you needed to put
Storage.
stuff in there.
One thing the Logic boards certainly don't have is a shortage of storage.
I see you have another deck plate here where you could,
That's actually a compartment that could be utilized for virtually anything, but they wire it for the trolling motor should someone want to use it. And that's actually becoming, trolling motors never used to be a saltwater accessory, but with the the transition of so many fishermen to fly fishing and the places that fly fishermen fish, saltwater trolling motors are also gaining a great deal in popularity.
and I also like this handrail that they put over on the other side. Over here you got a handrail on each side here. You have a handrail, that goes all the way up around the console here. And I like these deck lights too.
Courtesy lighting inside the deck for night fishing. This is the fuel fill over here. That's the horn.
Okay, yeah. That's great. Let's go check the bow out.
The initial order of these boats, which this boat is one of, that they threw in the bow seat for us, and at this time, I don't know how popular an item it's going to be, but
Yeah.
they are, the models I have in stock are equipped with them.
And there's 2 more hatches here and they lock. Some big hatches down here for storage. Put some stuff in there. Looks like this one was up the boat show. It
It looks like it might have been at the boat show.
has drainage down the bottom there, and these hatches
Right.
also lock. I see there's locks on them, huh?
Locking hatches. They drain again through the bottom of the boat right out into the, same type of thing as a 17-footer. Again, this side houses the bow light, same removable bow light. All the items, that are used in the construction of these boats, they do utilize a lot of the same equipment. Only kind of makes sense to do that.
And if we wanted to remove this, you just pop that right out.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it. Look at how
Gonna
easy
do the
that
kind
was.
of fishing that doesn't need a seat like that.
Right.
It's easily left home.
And I see that they have a plug up here. Again, we had mentioned the
That's the receptacle for the
motor?
trolling motor. Very common to have that type of thing, so that if you want to leave the trolling motor home, you just unplug the electrical system from there and undo a couple of thumb screws and it stays home.
It seems like Logic has covered all the bases for fly fishermen and light tackle fishermen to use this type of boat out in the bay or freshwater or saltwater, or if you probably pick a good day. I don't see any problem with this boat going over to Block Island with the fuel capacity that'll handle. 130 horse Honda pushes this boat, I guess.
Well, this particular one that we're in actually only has a 90 horse on it, and I have ridden in them with the 90 horses, and they're more than adequate, but a lot of people prefer more than adequate. And in fact, as you know, the boat that we're going to be providing you with has a 130 on it, and I'm looking very much forward to having a little ride in that one myself. You know?
Yeah, I can't wait to get out.
Me either.
Well, the fish will be here any day now, so we'll be out in the Logic fishing Narragansett Bay, so look for us. Thanks a lot,
All right,
Steve. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
your
My
time.
pleasure.
on the Narragansett Bay Feature. We'll be featuring the Narragansett Bay Commission. Today we're at the Bucklin Point Wastewater Treatment Center, or facility, I should say, at 102 Campbell Avenue in East Providence. Hi, I'm Dave Sanford from Check Your Fly.
Good morning, I'm Sharon Paviano from Environmental Monitoring.
Nice to meet you. What I'm wondering is that the water, when it flows from our residential homes and it comes to your facility, what is the process that goes on?
Well, the water flows directly to the treatment plant where it's treated before it goes out into Narragansett Bay.
Okay, and how about the businesses? Do they have a process, or do they dump into the same sewers that we dump into, and are they monitored, or what goes on with that process?
The businesses are all required to pre-treat, the major businesses to pre-treat their waste, and the NBC issues permits to them, and we monitor that. We have a pre-treatment engineer here who can give you a lot more information about that.
Oh, that would be great.
This is Carrie Britt.
Hi, Carrie. Dave Sanford from Check Your Fly.
Carrie Britt from Pre-Treatment Program.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Sharon was talking about permits that the businesses have to pick up before they start releasing the water from their businesses. Can we go into a little bit about that?
Sure. The Pre-Treatment Program is a regulatory branch of the Narragansett Bay Commission. What we do is regulate what all types of businesses discharge into the sewer system. We regulate companies such as your chemical manufacturers, electroplaters, metal finishers, which are the jewelry industry, as well as restaurants, dry cleaners, laundromats, and those types of things. Your major companies such as electroplaters, metal finishers, obviously have pretty tight regulations on them, what they can and can't discharge into the sewer system. There's limits that they have to meet at all times for metals and cyanide, and in their permits they're required to sample on a regular basis. The other industries that I mentioned, like restaurants, dry cleaners, they're regulated because of what they can do to the infrastructure of the sewer system. They could cause blockages, which would cause raw sewage to back up into people's homes and businesses. In accordance with our permits, we're required to sample and inspect them twice a year. My department goes out in the field and does the inspections, where Sharon's department goes out and installs samplers in the companies themselves. In addition, Sharon's department puts samplers in the manholes up and downstream of these firms, so we can keep an eye on what they're doing and what they're discharging to us.
Oh, wow. Now the samplers, how do they sample and what do they sample? Can we go over a little bit about that?
Sure, we put them in the waste stream in the industries and in manholes, the same sort of samplers. They're automatic samplers, take samples over a period of time, and we can analyze those samples for a variety of parameters, metals, organics, cyanide, anything that we're concerned with from that company.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice meeting you, Carrie.
Nice meeting you, too.
So, Sharon, where are we going now?
So yeah, we're going to be...
Taylor and Dennis, they're getting ready to go out in the field to install a sampler in a manhole.
Greetings. Hi there, Dave. Greetings. How are you?
How you doing, Taylor?
All right.
And Dennis? Nice to meet you, Dennis.
All right.
I'm Dave Sanford from Check Your Fly, and we're here with Sharon, and I guess we're going to learn about this equipment that you put in the manholes.
This is one of the automated samplers that we have that we can either put into it's at industry facilities, or we can put it into the sewer collection system. It's a portable sampler, and this is Dennis. Maybe you can go over some of the key components of it.
Okay. This is a sampler that goes into a manhole or an industry, which we can program to any type of sampling that we want as far as time-wise. It can go up to 36 hours. We can put it in, delay it for 3 days or 2 days at a time, and then start off. The amount of volume we can adjust. Everything is computerized. It goes into each bottle. We can take 3 samples or 4 samples per bottle. That will give us some type of an idea of the hour. If there was a problem, we could backtrack to that hour.
Well, yeah, let's take a look at those bottles down below, maybe.
So you could sample up to every 5 minutes or an hour, or wait 5 hours and then sample.
Right now, we're sampling to the parts per billion and parts per trillion level for trace metals, in the sewer collection system and in the industrial facilities. companies over the last decade have made remarkable progress in their pre-treatment program. So we have to get better and better at sampling lower and lower concentrations of the toxics and the pollutants coming into our facility here.
All right, and you also said parts per million and parts per trillion. It sounds like we're getting pretty clean here.
You're right. I mean, things really have improved over the years. Since 1982, when the Bay Commission took over the Fields Point treatment facility, there's been almost a 20 times decrease in the amount of metals that are discharged to Narragansett Bay. So we really have made some strides, but there's still some more work to be done.
Wow.
All right. Okay, super.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Okay, Dave, see ya.
Good morning, John.
Hey, how you doing, Sharon?
Good morning, John. Dave
John-
Sanford from Ch.
Nice
to meet you, sir.
Assistant Plant Superintendent.
I guess you have a map over here that you'd like to show us?
Yes, this is a drawing of the processes that go on in this plant at Bucklin Point.
So maybe we need to go out to the field and see this all happening out there.
That'd be great.
All right, thanks a lot, John.
Pleasure.
Now we're walking up onto this platform here, and I see two flows in back of us here. Where are the flows coming from?
We're at the final influent to the treatment plant. One is from Blackstone Valley, the area north of here, and the one to our right is from East Providence.
Okay.
And we're here to collect samples. Most of our sampling is done with automatic samplers, with samples 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Several of our samples are required to be taken as a gram sample, depending on the parameter. This is a sample that we're taking today for cyanide.
Okay. And this is Andy.
I'm Andy. How are you?
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Andy. And Taylor's back
Dave.
with us again.
Greetings. This is done twice a shift for, that's a twice per week.
I'm going to dump this one.
Okay. Now, why are you dumping this one?
This is going to ensure that the bottle is properly rinsed and
Right. Yeah, it's a careful protocol in sampling. Is very important to be able to make sure that that the lab receives a sample that is truly representative of the waste stream.
Okay, I got you. So you're testing for cyanide in this today?
Right. Cyanide is one of the parameters that we test for routinely. It comes from industry, but we have seen it recently in lower and lower concentrations.
Well, that's great. I guess the business is out there and doing better and better as we go along.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
Well, that's great.
Certainly true.
All right, Sharon, where do we have to go to next?
Let's take a tour through the plant and show you some of our other sample locations.
All right.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, Andy.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. All right, see you, Dave.
So Taylor, we're inside the building now, and we're where you do the screening process and you
Right.
screen stuff out.
Right. This is the very first step of the treatment process. It's the removal of large objects, whatever they are, from sticks to rags to anything else that can be caught on these bar screens. The wastewater travels through the bar screens, and the rags are then removed and taken up to a conveyor belt where they are then trucked off site.
And I just saw somebody must have flushed their goldfish down the toilet, I guess.
That's right.
Ended up here and you're removing it.
You see just about everything in here if you stand here long enough. Okay, so now you are here at the freshening part of the treatment process. After the bar and screen removal, the wastewater is freshened with oxygen to keep it from going septic and smelling bad, basically.
Okay, and does that help out the bugs that are in it to help it down the line when you eat all the particles out of it too?
Right, that's certainly true. We want to keep it as a living waste stream. Next step will be the primary settling tanks, where the heavier particles will fall out of solution.
Okay, let's go check that out.
All right, great.
So Taylor, this tank here with this blue, I guess it's a skim tank?
Right, this is the primary settling tank. And there's really two things that go on here. One, scum is removed off of the top with that blue crane apparatus, and down below, this heavier material, which has gravitationally settled, is taken out of the waste stream.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Where do we go from here?
That's it. From here, wastewater leaves the primary tanks and begins the secondary process, where it goes into the aeration tanks, where bacteria is grown and nutrients are consumed.
Super, let's go check that out.
Sure.
If I use a herring, it's got feathers. Terry's sending some up.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, the next time I come back here, I'm going to have that nice Tioga reel with 6'11".
Yeah,
and it'll be a lot of fun here. It'll come with a nice Rio intermediate line. Here we go. Oh,
Ooh,
oh, we just missed it. Hey, from all of us at Check Your Fly, we appreciate being here with us today. Steve and Terry.
Yeah.
And we're going to work on this a little bit more here and see if we can catch a couple more fish before the sun goes down. Thanks a lot, and catch us on the website, www.checkyourfly.net. And thank you. Steve?
Tight lines.
Nice fishing with you.
Thanks.